Hi, it's Beverly. I hope you're having a great day. I got to thinking about why marriage matters again, and I wanted to share with you first that I'm twice married to the same man. My children are his children, and we were divorced for a number of years. And when we remarried, It we talked about marriage, we talked about divorce a second time, and I had to say that I'm not going anywhere, I'm not signing anything. Now, for me, it was because of a spiritual encounter. The Lord said to me, "That's your husband." So, that was a place in my life where I had to be obedient. But as time went on, in working on myself to better myself within the Lord so that I could have a better marriage, I got to thinking about why it really mattered for me or should have mattered more than I gave value to. And that was my children. And I got to thinking that if my children had grown up in the same household as both parents, how much better could they have been? Now, they were okay, but how much better could they have been? And when I got to thinking about that, it hurt. It hurt because I was thinking about self. I was thinking about my pain, what I couldn't endure, what I couldn't figure out how to better manage it. And yeah, I grew up in the church. I served in the church. I was a participant. And but what I realized later on was I had a foundation, but it was not a solid foundation. It was not a foundation that I was participating in. That's what it was. I wasn't participating in my own um, uh, foundation in God. So I wanted to bring that to your attention, not so much as to persuade you for doing different in your marriage, but to enlighten you, to make sure that you look at every aspect of what's going on. Because we do know that what God has joined together, we're not to allow man to separate it, which means that we've got to find ways to better endure. And actually, that's why I became a certified marriage coach because I found that place within me of wanting to share because it does hurt. I do understand the tears, I understand the pain, but I also understand what it takes to get through it. And it's not easy. As a matter of fact, it took me 2 years in my prayer room. 2 years. I say that I was the difficult one. It took me a long time, but my husband and I, we are 27 years back into our marriage. That does not come with easiness. It comes with work. The word tells us to renew our mind daily. That's you have to do that with your marriage. You have to do that with your marriage in putting God first. That's renewing and remembering that he's first instead of calling on him when we are on that hamster wheel and trying to figure it out all out, trying to do it ourselves because it just causes heartache. It causes pain. It causes stress. So when I talk about why does marriage matter, it's the overall being of it. It's mainly because God designed it. It's his baby. The late Dr. Miles Monroe said, marriage is perfect because a perfect God designed it. It's the two people in it that are not. So we always will have our ups and downs. I say focus on the down parts because that's the place that you'll grow from. So until next time, focus on self, a better you, a better marriage. That's how the two as one is forever. Talk to you later.